Hi guys, so this list is one of my favourite themes and it's actually your second favourite theme. Favourite theme is nature, second is vintage, and that is vintage girl names that are ripe for revival in 2022 based on my research. There's a really beautiful name list here, very traditional, very classic, but gorgeous. I'm desperate to hear what you think of the names. This is all inspired by the name Emma because today we have a discount code for you for Emma Mattress. So I know how important sleep is to everybody, but particularly when you're pregnant. It's so hard to sleep and I really struggled, and then when you have a new baby, your bed is really your little cocoon from the world, and I had the best fourth trimester with my third baby when I finally submitted to spending my days in bed nursing and resting. It really is a dream. So Emma Mattress wanted to give you a discount, which is really amazing of them. I will tell you a little bit about Emma Mattress. So Emma Mattress is the mattress in a box. I'm sure you've seen it. They're absolutely everywhere because they are so popular. They're so highly awarded, and you just open up your box, the mattress comes out and slots into your bed, and in a couple of hours the foam inflates to give you a really amazing night's sleep. It's 200 night free trial as well, so if you get a mattress and you're not happy with it, you can just send it back. But the way that it comes in the box means it's a lovely gift actually for Christmas. The gift of a good night's sleep for a pregnant woman or new parents is a dream, trust me. What's great for knowing when you're pregnant is the Emma Original Mattress. Your spine stays aligned whether you're a side sleeper, back sleeper or stomach sleeper, and that's one of the things I struggled with, was going from being a kind of back sleeper to a side sleeper when I was pregnant. So really nice to know you're going to have this foam that's going to support you all the way through your body. They've also really considered your breath and your breathing, so the air flows freely through your Emma mattress so you stay cool while you sleep. I know if you've had a baby, you'll be with me on the night sweat. I don't think they can get rid of that, but they can make you as comfortable as possible. It's got a 10-year guarantee, so they will be there for your baby days and beyond. So a huge thank you to Emma's Mattress for giving you guys that discount code. I will pop it in the description box below, and do go ahead and use it, and do consider it as a gift option because I do think it is a really lovely one, and you can get it with like a lovely duvet set or something. That would be so nice. So the first name I have, I think, is set for revival, and all of these I'm going to give you a little bit of history, story or cultural information of why they might be coming back into style. They're not just totally random. First one is the name Emma. It's so low down, it's only number 60, which is so unusual because it's a real vintage classic. It's kind of been outdone by like Emmy, even Emily, but Emma, we've had Emma Raducanu this year, the beautiful sportswoman, tennis star, young girl from here in the UK, and I think she's just going to inspire a whole generation of young women. And when we have somebody who really inspires the nation like that, like Emma Raducanu did this year, it really puts the name on the map as well and on a lot of our radars. So I think that's a reason why Emma could really be back on people's radars for 2022. It means whole or universal, so a beautiful meaning, and I would love to see Emma Raducanu inspire the next generation of young women with her name as well. Kate is going to be a big standout star. I think we'll be thinking of it differently in about 6 months' time after series 2 of Bridgerton. So the new star of Bridgerton, it follows a different member of the Bridgerton family, her brother Anthony, and his love interest is called Kate. So she is going to be the standout star of this series, and Daphne and Simon suddenly became these romantic names. We were all obsessed with them, and I think Kate could be having its revival as well. It's only at number 771 at the moment, so far down the chart for such a classic, beautiful name. It means pure. So really lovely. The character, interestingly, in the book she was called Kate Sheffield, but she's going to be called Kate Sharma, and it's a Sanskrit name actually meaning bliss or happiness. I thought that was really nice as well. Eloise as well from Bridgerton, I predict for 2022. I had a lot of love series 1, but I think as she is a consistent character to series 2, it's at 129. It means famous warrior, and I've seen it on so many of your lists now. Just had to mention Eloise as well. And it's a bit more of a longer romantic one, whereas Emma and Kate are just so classic. The name Evelyn is a really fascinating one because it's from the 1920s. It's quite high already. It's at number 21 in the British charts. I've got an Evelina, which is the Scandi version of Evelyn. Evelyn means wished for child. The reason I think this is going to really boom is because of the popularity of the book about Evelyn Hugo. something, Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I'm going to say it wrong now. I haven't written it down. Which is one of your favourite books of the year, and I asked what your favourite books were. I'm going to be doing a book video coming up soon, and they're actually making that now into a big hit. It'll be a big show series. I don't know what network it's on actually. And those types of things, when something comes into the crosses from like books to shows, the name's got this perfect 1920s, 100-year on to 2022. It ticks a lot of happy boxes. Also similar to that is the name Ethel. Are we ready for Ethel? I am. I'm here for Ethel. The 1920s was such an evocative year, and there's so much amazing music and so many figures in history. And Ethel Waters is one of the main ones. She was a huge jazz singer. She's inspiring so many current artists as well. His Eye is on the Sparrow is one of the really, really big songs that she made really famous. So I think that Ethel Waters could mean that 1920s vibe that's so popular will come into 2022, I hope. I think the name is really difficult because actually I have an Ethel in our family and she pronounces it Ethel because she's Estonian, so it kind of changes from around the world and your pronunciation of it. I feel it's just a step on from where we've been with Mabel, and I can get on board with Ethel. What do you think? The character Mirabelle is about to explode in the brand new Disney movie Encanto, which is coming out in the UK around this week. I think it came out earlier over in America. Mirabelle was a really old vintage name. Mirabelle Cotton was actually a character in Anne of Avonlea, which was written in 1909, so a really vintage name. And if you trace it right back, it actually was a gender neutral name for boys and girls, but now very much a feminine name with that bell at the end, because it came from Mirabilis, which means wondrous, and the character Mirabelle, whenever we see a Disney movie, it really does push the name forward. If we look at things like the popularity of Aurora at the moment, so huge. I feel like Mirabelle could be very, very wearable one, a bit more wearable than say an Elsa. Elsa kind of just went so huge, it kind of killed it. Whereas I wonder if Mirabelle, I wonder if Encanto, who knows? I bet I'm going to be Encanto crazy. I can't wait to see it. The name Margaret is going to be a fascinating one. It's already having a slight, tiny little kick up, but it's only at number 357. It means pearl. So this has got a double whammy of it being in a royal name and starting to come up from Princess Margaret from The Crown. But this is really cool. They're bringing out a TV adaptation of the Judy Blume book, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Do you remember that? I was like really into Judy Blume when I was really young. Guys, I can't really remember the storylines of Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, but I know I absolutely loved it. And quite recently I reread Forever. If you know, you know. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I think that that's going to put Margaret really back onto people's consciousness again. All of these names that are so perfectly timed to have their boom, because we're so influenced by culture, by musicians, by the 20s, by TV shows, so it's really interesting to see how that works. Next up is the name Josephine. So Josephine is always one personally funny one for me, because you know that it was my husband's favourite girl name, but it's only at number 267 in the UK. And funnily enough, Josie is at number 276 or something like that, so it kind of flips around. But I think it will be so perfect with this 1920s revival. There's a really huge bar here in London called Tonight Josephine, and it's kind of like getting its kind of trendiness back a lot. And also for the fact that Josephine Baker, she's just had a huge accolade, finally recognised in France as being one of the most historic artists. She moved to France in 1925 and was one of the most photographed women in the world. Isn't that unbelievable? In the mid-1920s, she's just really amazing. I was reading a lot about her and her first English language show. Again, I don't know where it's going to be. It's been optioned. So we're going to be hearing all about Josephine Baker from 1925 in 2022. And that really helps, that 100-year cycle that I just talked about. She was just dead cool. She spoke on the podium alongside Martin Luther King. She was really a big advocate against racism, about gender equality, about sexual preference as well. She had this rainbow family where she had 12 adopted children from all different ethnic origins. So really fascinating woman, Josephine Baker, and I feel like Josephine is just getting its little revival right now, or it's ready for it. It means Jehovah will grow because it's the feminine form of Joseph, as we know. So it's going to be really interesting to see if Josephine Baker brings Josephine right back. And then my last one I have is a bit of a wild card because I didn't really have a reason for it, but I loved it, and it's the name Sally. Sally meaning princess, which is the same as Sarah. So it's just a really interesting name that the more and more I feel like I keep seeing it lately and feeling, yeah, I kind of am liking it a lot. It was my favourite name when I was little. When I was little, all my dolls were called Sally or Sally Ann. It's only at number 1153 and has been really going out of style, but it was quite a big name. It's more of a 50s than a 20s name, but I feel like with authors like Sally Rooney really making this more mainstream, it could start to have a little bit of a revival in 2022. So those are some cool names. I hope you enjoyed listening to the stories behind them and the reasons why they might get popular and be ripe for a revival in 2022. Thanks again to Emma Mattress for gifting us a good night's sleep. Yes, please. And that discount code will be in the comment section or the description section below for all of you to do take advantage of their kind discount code. And I will see you on the next name list. Bye guys.